Thanks to Rutland Cycling, I had a slightly different setup in Wales than I normally do because I had the opportunity to try these Ortlieb bags, as well as these Ortlieb bags are a bit different than what I had in Canada as well. So I have a whole Ortlieb setup going on, and so I thought I'd talk to you about my setup and what I liked and what I didn't about it. So yes, I have this frame bag here instead of a handlebar bag, and it's very handy. I kept everything in here that I needed quick access to, and it's a great bag. It fits my frame like it was made for it, so I absolutely love that, and I think it looks really good with the green bike. So in here I kept things for my camera and things like my headphones and my tripod and food. This is pretty much stuffed with food, and it was easy to get at, and I think if I didn't have the back rack, so for example on the Audax I'm doing later this year, I'll definitely bring this to pack it full of layers and rain jackets and things. So really great bag. This top tube bag I tried instead of the normal cockpit one, the circular one I have that hangs off the side, and it's really nice. So none of this rubbed my legs, which I was a bit worried about, so that was fantastic. And I just kept my phone, wallet and a little multi-tool in there, just easy access, and whatever I was eating at the time. So that was really handy. My phone is a slight bit too big for it, but I could still get it in and make it work, but I probably couldn't zipper it up. And yeah, and the flap on the top just opens up. It didn't rain while I was away, so that worked really, really well. So yeah, really impressed with these. I can't tell you, they are waterproof, but I was lucky and it didn't rain on my trip. So I'm sure they work, because the Ortlieb ones, these ones, are also the waterproof and they do work in the rain. I've had them in London in the rain. So yeah, on the back here, you'll also see I have a saddle bag, which is really great because this space was kind of wasted space previously on my previous trips. So what I kept in here, have my emergency backup lights. Don't like to worry about getting caught in the dark and not having lights, so I always carry a set with me. And loo roll, so wild camping and you never know. So loo roll with a bag, because leave no trace, that's the rule. So easy access in that. I brought this, which holds my phone on my handlebars should I need it. I was doing a no numbers trip, so I didn't have any numbers or Garmin or anything in front of me, but just in case I needed it for maps and directions, I brought that. My monster multi-tool, so the Alien 2, I believe it's called, so that has the chain breaker and every other tool you can need in there. And then just a puncture repair kit, so levers, an extra inner tube, patches, so that's just all my repair. And so yes, that's just really good, because in Canada we had our repair kit and it was at the very bottom of our panniers, so this is really nice. It was wasted space, like I said, otherwise, so fantastic little saddle bag. And then in the back, oh, actually, I should say, I've been asked the question why I don't travel with front panniers when I travel lighter, and there's a couple of reasons. My bike has the back one on it. To put the front racks on is a bit of a pain, and it's a different axle I have to put on, a longer one to fit it, so I just prefer to use what my bike is set up for rather than having to take it apart and put it together. And also, I really prefer to have a back rack because you can strap things to it. So I have a bungee here. I strap my light lock here, which is what I use when I travel, and it just gives me somewhere to strap it, and then I can use this little circular bit here to put things like food or my rain jacket if it's a day that looks a bit rainy. So I really like having the back rack to strap things to, and I don't really see, other than if you have to push your bike uphill, any advantage to having the bags on the front. People say it's more aero, but it really is negligible. Weight is more important than aero when you're touring, I'd say, if you're worried about speed. And this setup here, the two bags on the back together weighed 25 pounds when I left. I didn't weigh the food or the front bags, so I probably had about 30 pounds of stuff, I'd say, total on my bike. So a pretty lightweight setup. I'm not super lightweight. So I'll show you what's in here. All right. So this is the dry bag I keep my clothes in. So I always bring a dry, warm, clean set of clothes to sleep in, because I think that's important to, that's important to me. and an extra pair of shorts and top. So I was 3 days of cycling, and I wore the same shorts the first 2 days and had a nice fresh pair on the third day. You know, I like to have at least two, so if I have to wash one, I can air it on the back of my bike to dry. But I don't like wearing the same shorts day after day. I just don't think it's very healthy. So that's that. My rain jacket, very important if you're in Wales, but I was very lucky and it didn't rain. And this is my cook set. So my stove is in there, my gas canister, and my pot. And that was basically for this trip to boil water for my pot noodles and coffee in the morning. There's first aid kit. My larger pump, so I use this larger pump for touring. It's not too big, not too heavy, but it allows you to get decent air pressure without absolutely killing yourself to do it. The little hand pumps are a bit of a pain, so do that. This is my tent, so it's 2-man tent, and yeah, it's a fantastic tent. You can see my review on it. And that is just the footprint for the tent, and which is also very handy if you're picnicking somewhere on wet grass. So my tarp. And this is my down jacket for the evenings, which was needed. It cooled off a lot in Wales the days I was away. And then on this side, so one thing about these Ortlieb bags, it requires 3 buckles, and that little, I've done a review on these, I've written a review, and it's the same thing I said in the review, this faffy strap around the front. I just would rather have a clip on this side and clip it down. So 3 straps and the clip. When I had to get into the bag during my trip, I remember thinking, oh, because it's a bit of a faff. Maybe other people don't go in their rear bags in the day as much as I do, but I like to be able to access stuff in my back. Otherwise, they are brilliant bags and very well made, but I think they could improve their strapping system. So this is my camera kit bag, and it contains all the bits and bobs for my GoPro and camera and all that. I could probably go smaller on that, but I just wanted to bring extra stuff to have a play because I was going slow and had the time. This is a dry bag with my dirty clothes in it, so I like to keep them separate. And that's just my cosmetics bag, sunscreen, deodorant, toothbrush, all that good stuff. My beloved Thermos Sleeping Mat. So I've done a review on this as well. I absolutely love this mat. It was not cheap, but it has never failed me. It is super warm, super comfortable. Love it. And lastly, my sleeping bag. So if you watched the Wales videos, you'll know I had a bit of a cold sleep, and so I've been wanting to upgrade my sleeping bags for a while now because it is colder at night in the UK, even in the summer, and I like to be warm and I get cold easily. And this is a 2-season sleeping bag, so it actually was really pushing things, but the forecast was warmer than it actually was. It was forecasted to be double digits at night, which I would have been fine, and it actually went down to about 4 degrees, and I was freezing. So as soon as I have the money, I'll be getting a warmer sleeping bag for the UK, and also for any other cold weather camping I do, and I know the one I want, just have to save up for it. So that is my setup. The thing about setups, everyone has different priorities. I like to have a little bit of comfort while I'm traveling, and I bring stuff to allow that, but I don't go crazy. I did use everything except for the Puncture Repair Kit and the first aid kit, which is about what you want. You don't want to use those things. So if anyone has any tips or would like to tell us how you carry your stuff, or what you carry, or what you recommend, do leave them in the comments below. I really love your guys' comments and tips, and it's great to share amongst each other little tips and things that we've learned over the years, and for new people, it saves them from having to make our mistakes. So do leave a comment if you have any, and thanks for watching until the next video.